This is the Demia Avery Show, hosted by Demia Avery, where some of your favorite entertainers, celebs, and entrepreneurs come to highlight all of their many talents.
Hey, everybody. This is Demia Avery of the Demia Avery Show. Thank you once again for joining me on today's entertainment report. I certainly appreciate it. You know what to do before we get started. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like and share button. Y'all, I didn't turn my phone off, and if I don't, we're going to be getting some phone calls. Let me see. Okay, so we're getting back to this. Hit your like and share. We got some news today, a couple of different ones, one related to Diddy and one actually in about the Diddy trial. So we'll get to that, and we have another story for you. So I'm gonna go right ahead and get into it. So we want to talk about Gene Deal. If you know Gene Deal is the former bodyguard of Diddy. And he was around when Kim Porter was still with us, and he's been very vocal after post his unemployment from Diddy. And so he doesn't spare any words about how he feels about Diddy. So, anyways, he's been at the courthouse lately, and people were wondering, was he going to testify against Diddy, or was he just there? And he claims he's just there to witness the whole thing go down. So, anyways, he's at the courthouse, and basically he's there, and you know how reporters and people that's out there, bloggers and everything, is out there trying to get statements from certain people. And this YouTuber kept going up to him and just kind of antagonizing him. He was, and just trying to get a rise out of him, or trying to get some information out of him, but he was calling him names, calling him Uncle Phil and all this other kind of stuff. And I saw the video, and it looked like he was also questioning him a little bit about the Farnsworth Bentley and Diddy lawsuit. If you haven't seen what that's all about, go back to my videos and you can see what that's all about. But Gene kept telling him, like, basically lay off, don't come up on me like that. And the guy was just kept kind of pressing him and pressing him. And it looks like Gene Deal ended up knocking him out, allegedly. And that's what I hear the story, how the story goes. But in all fairness, Gene said, and I saw it, he kept saying, you don't want to keep messing with me. You don't want to keep messing with me. And he was at a very safe distance. So I don't know what happened in between there, but he allegedly he ended up clocking the guy. So do you think it's right? I don't think it's right anyway to put your hands on anybody, but I understand. How about that? I understand. And the YouTuber that he allegedly knocked out was D Not. So if you guys are familiar with that, I'm sure if you go over to his page, he'll probably talk about it. I went over there for 2 seconds, and he was going off on a little bit of a rant about some other YouTubers like Tisa Tales and Storm Monroe. And he was talking about them. And he really went off on Storm Monroe, but he was just kind of saying that they were on pro Cassie and stuff like that. And I guess maybe not all for justice. I don't know what he was doing, but if you go over to his thing, it's DNOT or something like that. So you can check him out. So that's what happened with there. But if you want to mess with somebody, I think Gene Deal is the one to you be messing with. When he told you to leave him alone, you should leave him alone. But I think the end result is that Gene was asked to not come by the courthouse for a few days. So at least he didn't get into trouble, over the incident. So that is what it is. So our next story is about Drake. Drake he's been making history a lot lately, and this is right up there with it. So it says the Recording Industry Association of America has confirmed Drake has become the first artist to earn 10 RIAA diamond singles. It says he now holds the record for the most diamond certified singles in RIAA history, hitting a total of 10 as of May 28th. So congratulations to Drake. And they said he didn't say anything about it. I wonder why it wasn't such a big deal for him. I don't know, but maybe it is. I don't know. But congratulations to him. Anything like that is a huge, enormous accomplishment that not many people can say. Well, hell, he's saying that he's one of the first. So there it is. So congratulations. Okay, so our last story is a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to sum this up really quick. This is in reference to the Diddy trial. So yesterday, the defense tried to call for a mistrial, and the judge was like, no. And so I'm just going to read what it says so I don't miss out any details. It says, of course, the Diddy trial just wrapped up the 11th day of the witness testimony. And today we saw the defense move for a mistrial and they got denied. LAFD arson investigator Lance Jimenez was testifying about the Molotov cocktail incident involving Kid Cudi's Porsche. Cudi previously testified he thought it was done at Diddy's behest when the mistrial drama unfolded. Jimenez told the jury fingerprints connected to an alleged trespassing at Kid Cudi's house and the Molotov cocktail incident were destroyed by someone at LAPD who was not involved in the investigation and that it wasn't normal protocol. So a lot of people, when they heard this, of course, they were like, okay, so did he have somebody paid in the LAPD? He got somebody working for him and, maybe not. But that, of course, gets you to thinking because things like that usually don't happen, especially for a trial like this. But anyway, Diddy's defense team asked for a mistrial claiming prosecutorial conduct, with defense attorney Alexandra Shapiro claiming prosecutors were trying to plant the idea with the jurors that Mr. Combs had something to do with the destruction of the fingerprints. The judge rejected the request and told the jury to ignore the questions and testimony about fingerprints. Okay, so you can tell them to ignore it, but who's going to ignore that? They can strike it all they want. Once it's out there, it's out there. So if you just mention it, I'm like, okay, I'm already forming an opinion in my head. So it doesn't matter if they strike it or not, but it is what it is. It says LAPD officer Christopher Ignacio also testified, telling the jury about responding to the break-in at Kid Cudi's house in December 2011. He said he saw a black Escalade parked outside Cudi's when police pulled up with lights and sirens on, and the SUV drove off. He ran the license plate and the registration tied back to Diddy's Bad Boy Productions Inc. So there what other proof do you need on that one? So it said Cudi and former employee Capricorn Clark previously testified Diddy broke into Kid Cudi's house in a jealous rage after finding out Cudi was dating Cassie. So it was not a great day for Diddy yesterday. Not at all. But we're going to see what happens later on today. So this concludes our entertainment report for today, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.